The rain falls down on Tinseltown, and a new case shows up on my front desk about the movie E.T. So, I'm going to use my super sleuth abilities to find out the most about this movie. So let's take a look at our key players. Well, in the movie E.T., there's a couple notable actors to be named, one of which was Henry Thomas. Then it was the early stages of Drew Barrymore's career, and then Dee Wallace. So while using my super sleuth abilities, I was able to find that the movie came out back in June 11th of 1982. The movie only cost $10.5 million to make and only made $11.8 million during its opening weekend. Not bad for a movie coming out so many years ago. But in December of 2002, numbers came out that proved that the movie made $792 million worldwide across many screens over the many reshowings of the movie E.T. Now, as I dig into the weird and funny fact files that I've been able to find about this particular full-length feature, we find that Steven Spielberg actually stated in an interview that E.T. was neither male or female. It was more of a plant-like creature, never to have a determining gender. Seems interesting, seeing as in the movie they actually dressed E.T. up as a girl. I guess that was some way of showing that there was no gender to be found in that extraterrestrial. Now get ready for this, boys and girls. This one's gonna blow your socks off. Steven Spielberg actually said the original concept of E.T. was to be much darker, where the family was actually being terrorized by aliens. But he found that that was a little bit too close to one of the movies he made a little bit earlier, known as Poltergeist. That's right, Steven Spielberg was a writer on that movie, and he said that in doing a movie that was similar to Poltergeist, he didn't want people to think that he was redoing the same thing. Therefore, he made it more family-friendly. To me, I think that if E.T. was made a little bit more darker, it would have freaked me out even a little bit more than it already has. Now, before this movie came out, Steven Spielberg was on the hook for doing the very first, that's right, boys and girls, the very first big-time movie, which was the movie Jaws. Now, after Jaws came out, there were several other movies that hit it big, but none hit it as big as E.T., which was the highest-grossing movie of all time until Steven Spielberg broke the record again with the movie Jurassic Park several years later. Another interesting fact about the movie? Well, Steven Spielberg said that he wanted to do all the shots at about children's eye level, so it makes it seem more childlike wonderment when you see the connection between E.T. and Ellie. On top of that, the great director actually showed a screening of this in front of Ronald Reagan and Nancy Davis in the White House, and sold one of the puppets to the late Michael Jackson. And then the final fun fact I have for you about this extraterrestrial was that his face was actually modeled after poet Carl Sandburg, then Albert Einstein, and a pug-nosed dog. Boy, I hate to be the one in the room trying to do that. Oh, make him a little more cuddlier. No, make him a little bit more Einsteinier. No, make him more Carlbergier. Weird. Thank you one and all for tuning into this edition of the Noir Mogo. Make sure to like, share, and tell your friends about this. On top of that, make sure to go to our website, themogos.com. That is the MOGOS.com. It is your up-and-coming entertainment social network.